We should be live on YouTube. We should be live on YouTube. All right. Yeah, we're
Happy
live.
4th of July, guys.
Happy 4th of July. We are live. How's everybody doing today? How's everyone doing today? We got 9 in the box already. 9 people waiting.
Waiting for
Yeah.
this fireworks show just like we are.
So we have a very special show, and it's actually chilly tonight.
It is chilly.
I think it's like under 60 degrees. I guess that's not unusual for here in the in the San Francisco Bay Area, even during the summer, because we have the microclimate with the San Francisco Bay, which is over there. Like we're gonna switch the front camera here, like way over there. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I forgot to put this in Do Not Disturb. All right, all right, all right. We should be back live. We should be back live. As you can see out there, that's that area way back there where you see those like mountains, and before that, that's where the San Francisco Bay is at. And then on the other side, if we flip back here, on the other side is the Pacific Ocean. So we have that microclimate that keeps us very nice and cool. But sometimes, even during the summer, it gets cool at night. Yeah, what's up, babe?
Well, I'm just seeing other various ones going off. I think those lights right there are the drones waiting to start the show.
Either that or they could be airplanes. They could be helicopters. I don't think they're the drones.
They're not moving.
Well, they're probably trying to get um, aerial footage of the show.
Truth. Yeah, that's a good point.
So here's what's going on, and this is something new this year here in Redwood City, California, where Don and I live. We're outside the front porch of our house here. As you can see, we've got the lights here, and this is the backyard. We don't have any lighting out here. We probably need to install some lighting out here at some point, and we can get it pretty cheaply done. LEDs, battery power,
Yeah.
whatever, right? But so typically every year we have an actual fireworks show with real fireworks. But for the first time this year, they're doing a drone, lighting show. And I actually looked up on YouTube how this actually works, and they have a ton of drones, a shit ton of drones that they need to use. Like every
Yeah.
single drone has one light beam, and they can actually create motion like animated pictures with these drones. They're all choreographed and pre-programmed with high tech GPS. So this should be interesting, and we are less than 10 minutes away from supposed showtime. Um, it is right now. What is it? About 12:20 a.m. Eastern time, 9:20 p.m. Pacific time here in the San Francisco Bay Area, where Don and I live. And
We can see some
it's
of
going to be
the.
it's going to be right down in that area back there where the drone aerial show is going to be. But there used to be a show a little bit over that way in a town called Foster City, which is one city away from San Mateo, California. That used to be the YouTube headquarters until Google bought YouTube back in, what is it, 2006, from the Stanford College students that started it, and moved it to San Bruno, California, which is just only like 22 minutes north of where we're at. A Drama After Dark, happy 4th. Welcome to the show. Can you hear us clearly and see us clearly? Sarah, can you hear us clearly and see us clearly? 31 in the box. Thank you so much for being here.
Ooh, that's a pretty one.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Great to see you here. Great to see everyone here. Look, let's keep it all positive, okay? Let's turn around this negativity
Let's
here
have a
on.
party.
What's that?
I said, let's have a firework party.
Yeah, while we wait for the show to start here, Don and
have
I
to
just
go
had a
pee.
great dinner with my mother. We had a great frickin' dinner. We all contributed to it. We had some great hot dogs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go inside quickly, guys.
What's up?
I have to pee.
Oh, you got a pee-pee. All right. Anyway, so we had a great dinner, and my mother has some friends that just came back from New York, and they brought back some New York, um, you know, um, foot-long hot dogs, and they were absolutely fantastic. We had some baked potatoes. We had some nice cornbread that I got from one of the local markets out here called Key Market. It's one of those prissy, fancy, overly priced markets, but they have good shit. So every now and then, you have to splurge and, have a nice dinner for the holiday. And then we had some nice cake from the prissy supermarket as well. A nice strawberry white cake with strawberry filling and some really premium icing. I'm like, wow. I had a little piece and I felt like I was like so full after that. It was just so dense, really, really, really well made. Um, but anyway, now we have some fireworks. If you can see down there, I don't know if we can zoom in here. You see down there? It looks like those must be some bottle rockets over there. That is not the drone show. No way. Those must be some bottle rockets people are launching over there. I'll be zooming in and out when possible. It's not easy though, on the iPhone. When you're doing mobile, you zoom in by using pinch zoom. Oh, that was a bottle rocket. We've been getting a lot of those. They've been driving the dogs crazy, but oh, those are bottle rockets. You can hear those. Those are either bottle rockets or cherry bombs. Those might be cherry bombs.
Cherry bomb.
Those could be cherry bombs. Those are probably cherry bombs. Cherry bombs.
Sorry, guys.
The thing is, and we'll switch back to the outer camera once the show starts. But I remember when they still had Safe and Sane. Remember Red Devil? Red Devil, I think they still make the Safe and Sane fireworks. But Red Devil, even the Red Devil Safe and Sane fireworks have been outlawed for like the last 25 years. But even before that, they had outlawed the cherry bombs and the bottle rockets and all the real good stuff because
Piccolo Pete's.
Well, the Piccolo Pete's were outlawed too and all that. Actually, no. I think the Piccolo Pete's were part of Safe and Sane, but the cherry bombs and the bottle rockets and remember the firecrackers. Those are all out. Those have been outlawed even longer because those cause all the fires, right? So. Yeah, I mean, here in the San Francisco Bay Area and throughout most of California, even the Safe and Sane fireworks are outlawed. Let us know in your area if Safe and Sane fireworks are still illegal.
That'd be interesting.
Let us know in the chat. Yeah.
Who's up there? Who's chatting?
Right now we have Drama After Dark Sarah in the chat, and that's about it for right now.
I just can't see it, so.
It's okay.
I can see the chats are coming up, guys, but there's no way I could even focus.
And I'm sorry, the lighting's not that great out here, but it is what it is,
Yeah.
We're outside on the front deck.
Yeah, we don't have like our studio set up.
No. I mean, I should get a light for this probably, but the microphone's on a stand here anyway, so I don't know how much more I could add. I could probably add a telescopic thing on the top of this, and then the iPhone contraption here would weigh like 10 pounds, and I wouldn't be able to hold it.
What about that tiny little one I had for my phone?
Yeah, I could add that onto this.
That would just clip.
The problem is this: I can get another attachment for that. But the more I add, like I have the Rode shotgun microphone on the top here on a hot shoe. I could add more, but then it would add more weight. And right now I'm already holding like 5 to 7 pounds. It would be like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Imagine just walking around doing a 2-hour walk with this thing just weighing your hand down,
Oh,
But,
I know.
It is what it is.
I've had to hold it like for you while you're getting something out of the car when we're getting ready to walk, and I'm like, damn, you carry this whole time?
Well, people have asked me, how are you able to hold that thing for hours at a time? Well, it's all that masturbation.
Stop it.
During my younger days, I built up muscle in my right hand,
I swear to bejesus. You get on me for being a little too, brass.
But see,
with
I'm a
my
guy,
words.
baby. I'm a guy.
Oh, so you get a free pass.
Well, guys are stupid in that way. And women,
That is true.
Women are supposed to be the smart ones in their relationship, right? You're supposed to keep us straight, right? Set us straight, right?
Well, I think all of us women feel that way. Ouch.
Right. So when I act stupid, you're supposed to put me in my place, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
your job, right? So shit, whatever,
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. So yeah, we're waiting for the show to start. It should be starting any minute now.
Yeah, we can see some of the fireworks from across the bay. Um, I don't know if that's actually like in Oakland or where that is
Yeah,
that
I
we're
mean,
seeing it from.
okay, so over there, let's show the people over there. You
Yeah.
see, that's from, I believe, from Mountain View right there.
Yeah.
And then they also have fireworks in Santa Clara at Great America, but
Yeah,
we're not
like,
gonna be able to see those. Now,
well,
if we were to go up on our top deck,
yeah.
way up, now this is the second floor. The
What's
top
happening?
floor,
What's happening?
over there,
Yeah, do you see that?
um,
It's starting.
that's the drone light show right there. I
Yeah.
think that's the drone light show. I think.
Starting, guys.
I think that's it. Let's zoom out there. The dogs are barking
All of
like
the
heck.
dogs in the neighborhood are barking.
It's really, really hard to.
Is that the Redwood City sign?
It is. That's the Redwood City sign. The climate. That's,
Downtown Redwood City?
you can see it. Yeah, it's lit up. It's hard to
That's
see.
crazy.
It's hard to see on the camera.
Okay.
That could be a bottle rocket.
It could have been, but. Oh, wait, something. Like, look. It says something out there.
It could be the drone. The drones can actually. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's harder to see from up here.
So far. I don't know. Okay, what's. Oh, Christmas tree.
That's a Christmas tree. Feels like I'm there, yeah. There it is. See the Christmas tree right there? That's the drone. That is the drone show right there. Okay.
Who said that? They feel like they're right here? Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy, Sarah.
I mean, what I should probably do
Should have had it on the tripod.
on the tripod. Yeah.
Okay, it's like I'm seeing these intermittent like things over there, but nothing's like high enough in the sky for fireworks.
Yeah, and the thing is, the lighting is not that great. Obviously, if we were closer, we'd be able to see this.
Well, and read because it appears that they're putting words up there. I'm guessing what they're doing is they're like it's like a prelude to the show. They're maybe telling people.
The show's starting actually right now. Yeah, those
Yeah.
There might be pinwheels. Like this is the first time in Redwood City that we're doing this drone fireworks show. Look at that. That's a
Ooh.
flower. You could see that. Look at that.
That's a
That's pretty
flower.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I wonder if
I
I can
almost
even
feel like
zoom
I'm
out.
at Disneyland.
And there we go. Look at that. I'm trying to
Focus it.
keep a good shot. Well, and here's the thing: we're on YouTube Live. If I was using a pre-recorded app, it would be better quality. This is the YouTube app, but it's not bad. You can see it. You can actually see it. Yeah, that's the drone fireworks show. Wow, look at that. Those are like chain links right there. Oh my gosh,
This is.
it's trippy. Like this is trippy.
I need to go do some acid.
Need to go do some. Did you say acid?
Acid,
We don't
yeah.
do that, baby. We don't do that.
I feel like I'm on a trip.
We might be tripping out because of this, but
That last image was funny.
wow.
So, so far,
That's a pin. That's a
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel. Sorry, Ferris wheel. Yeah.
so far, I'm not totally impressed.
No, it's impressive, baby. They're making pictures in the sky.
Yeah, but
And-
that's not what fireworks are.
Well, let's see what they do.
You know, I wanted the boom, boom.
I'm holding this in my hand here. I mean, I could put this as a tripod, but then I wouldn't be able to move it around. Wow, that's interesting.
Is that like a bird?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it looks like an eagle.
Wow, it's pretty cool that the drones can do this. Now, this is over by Seaport Boulevard. Now,
Not far from the trail.
no, the trail is one exit north on Whipple Avenue. GLM knows that exit. She's actually been here in the past.
Oh yeah.
She was playing that song. I got murder on
Murder
my I
on
got
My-
murder on my mind as she was
Yeah.
coming off the Whipple Avenue exit, and she was coming to our house
Yeah.
playing the song. I got murder on. We're good friends now.
That
though.
was before.
Yeah.
That was before I moved in here too. Yeah.
I got murder on my mind. I got murder. I couldn't believe that shit.
I love you, GLM. If
I bet
you're
you would.
watching.
I wasn't cracking up back then. I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell was going
See,
on.
now that's cool. What are they doing right there?
I don't know.
Hello? Oh yeah, we're watching the show. Yeah. And it's kind of weird. Oh, it's the kitchen light, the outside
Yeah,
light.
yeah. It's all good. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll turn it off.
Okay.
What is a Statue of Liberty?
Statue.
Well, do you see the Statue of Liberty? It's like right this way over here. Yeah. That's what the light show has been so far. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's actually pretty cool. Let's see what it does.
Oh, see, they have like. Are you standing? Yeah, I'm standing right here. I'm good. No, they're in a box upstairs we need to put together. It's too heavy for me to carry down.
So yeah, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I keep telling him.
It's all good. So
Yeah, because it's a little table and chair set.
so there's the American flag right there. The American flag is right there.
Oh, I know. It's all over the place. The flag.
Look at that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. The American flag. Now I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah, the flag.
The quality is not that great, but you can actually see it. And
I know. Yeah.
yeah, we got fireworks all over. Like you can actually hear the fireworks across the bay, and you can see them from our view up here. But we're keeping an eye like over. Whoops.
Alrighty.
Over on the left of your screen is where the drone fireworks show is at.
Looks like a dartboard.
I mean, so far they're just showing like normal stuff. It's cool, but I'd like to see the animated stuff. I'd like to see like some digital fireworks. That would be
Yeah.
really cool to see some actual digital fireworks with the drone fireworks show.
Right now, it's just giving me a very Disneyland feel, like a Disney parade type of light show.
Yeah.
See something flickering over there. It's across the bay.
Yeah, can't zoom in anymore, man. It will not look good.
Who said that?
Somebody said to zoom in. I'm
We're
gonna
trying.
actually give me a second. I'm gonna actually set up the tripod. Hold this right here. B Tonto with the $10 super chat.
Oh,
thank you so much,
thank you so
brother. Thank you for the
much.
$10.
Sorry, it's a little wiggly. He's setting it up.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna grab my water quick.
That sounds good. All right, let's do this right now. We'll we'll get a more steady shot this way. That way. I should have set it up this way initially. All right, here we go. B Tonto, how's it going, brother? All right, so now we just set this thing up on the tripod so it's going to be nice and sturdy. Hold on, what happened to the drones? Where's the drone? Where are the drones at? That's the max zoom right there. Can't zoom in any further on the YouTube app. And this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I mean, it has 3x zoom, 6x digital zoom, and that's it. I mean, that's it. Oh, wait, here we are. I'm missing it. There we go. I was in the wrong angle.
Gotten any better?
Yeah.
Smart water, guys. Gotta keep hydrated.
I was off the screen. Here we go. There we go. There it is. It's in the center of your screen, and it's zoomed in all the way. And you can kind of see it. I think next year we're going to have to go down and actually record this show. B Tonto, thank you for the $10. When are you planning on coming out to Chase Center?
Yeah. I want to go to Chase Center. Oh, right here we got a bottle rocket up there.
That's a bottle rocket that went way the
Whoa,
hell.
look at that. Holy
Oh, I couldn't get that.
crap.
So much better. Thanks, Don and Eli. Absolutely.
That set off car alarms, guys.
That bottle rocket was way up there, but I'm focused on the drone light show over here.
I can't tell what that is. It still looks like a Ferris wheel at times.
That bottle rocket set off that alarm. Do you see why
Yeah.
they're outlawed? Like, those are so loud. That thing was way up there. God,
I know. I
that
wish
was-
you got that on camera
I know.
because
I
that
would-
was a beautiful one.
That's totally illegal.
I don't care, but it was beautiful.
I don't care.
I wasn't shooting it off.
I don't care. I don't care that it's illegal to shoot it off as long as I'm not the one shooting it and getting caught, right?
Right?
Right.
I didn't break the law. I'm just standing on my porch
We'll let some other fool.
on a Friday night.
We'll let some other fool.
Yeah.
We'll let some other fool break the law so we can enjoy the show, right, at their expense, right?
Yeah.
Turn off your alarm. It's
They might
annoying.
not even be home. They could have Ubered out there.
It'll stop. It'll stop after a little while.
Yeah, we're still out here.
Okay, so
No, it's affecting the dogs too.
yeah, so where's the drone light show? Come on, give us some more here. Is that all we're getting?
That's so disappointing.
That would be really disappointing if that's all we're getting from the drone light show, unless they're switching gears right now.
I still want to see fireworks in the sky. I'd rather have the illegal bottle rockets right now over a drone.
Well, let's see what happens. I'm focused in the area where the drone light show is at.
See that we got a red
Did,
something.
did all the drones malfunction or crash or something? Like, how would you rate this drone show from 1 to 10 so far? Probably about a 5 or a 6.
I would say about like 2 out of 10 right
no,
now.
I mean
No,
that's
I would, because I see nothing that's giving me that childhood giddy feeling when you see fireworks.
well, I'm not seeing any more of the drone action.
No, and that's weak. That's what I'm saying. Like, how much did that cost? And we got like what, 10 minutes of a show right now? I mean, I'm guessing they've got to come back for more.
There's no way. Maybe they're switching up the next setup. Maybe that was the test round. Who knows? We don't know.
What do you guys think on a scale of
Well,
1 to 10?
yeah. I would say it's a 4 to 5 so far. I mean, look, it's not bad. I mean, it was pretty cool, but there should be more, and they
Yeah.
should do some animated stuff. Because I've seen what these drone light shows can actually do. They can animate them and make anything happen. They can actually make
Yeah.
make it look like real fireworks are being shot up. E-Dash, happy 4th, Eli, Don, and
Hey,
chat. Hey,
Dash.
E-Dash, how's it going? B. Tonto, thank you again for your $10 super
Yeah,
chat.
thank
Much,
you.
much
Appreciate
love.
that.
Thanks for sharing because I'm homesick. It's remarkable how fast drone shows have improved. Yeah, they have, except this one seems to have crapped out on us after like less than 10 minutes. Hey guys, thanks. Yeah, of course, of course. Huh.
Something sounds pretty festive over there.
Yeah, I mean, this is really disappointing.
Very disappointing. Sorry, guys. I mean, like, how could we have predicted that 4th of July would be, like, such a putz, you know? It's like, bum, bum, bum. I really hope that Redwood City, like, sees this and they get some reaction from the community to bring back the real ones that make fires.
Yeah, well, this is the first year they're doing it. I'm sure they'll improve it for the future, but I
Yeah,
mean, this is
we need to
very,
get
this
on
is,
that council.
oh, Jesus, let's see over there. I can't
They
even,
sound good. Come on, bring them up, kids. Okay, that was anticlimactic.
I think those are the actual fireworks from Fremont across the bay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those ones right there from Fremont.
Yeah.
And, you know, people from California, anybody else there, that they know, like, how far Fremont is from Redwood City. But
Fre-
just the view we have and just the distance,
Fremont's
like,
about a 30-minute drive, 25, 30-minute drive. It's not really that far, but I mean, yeah, I mean, and the fact that you can see it from here
yeah.
is incredible. Yeah. They still have not brought back any more of the drone show. I think that's it.
Are you serious?
I don't know, baby. I don't know.
I'm gonna go inside and, like, literally write a letter to the council of Redwood City
I'm thinking that
and saying this
that's
is
amazing.
bullshit.
You can see that far. That's South Bay. Yeah, Fremont. Yeah,
Yeah.
technically like East Bay. Yeah,
Southeast.
East Bay. Fremont is technically in the East Bay,
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it's still a good distance from here.
yeah.
But it's not an incredible distance. We have a pretty good view up here.
What's up, Mama? No. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. They had a couple
Beginning
things,
East Bay.
but nothing
Yeah,
else. Maybe.
not city council
Over here from all
wife.
the other cities, yeah.
Astrology worked.
Yeah.
Sorry, worded letter to the Parks and Rec Committee.
Parks and Rec, yeah. I just
Okay.
know when I lived in Hollister, a lot of us had to get onto like the boards of like the school boards and all that stuff. And when it came down to the Hollister rally, we had committees that would go in to vote on whether or not we were having the rally or what, you know, whether it was 1 day or 2 days or whatever. Um, but that's what needs to be done here. You're right, and just feedback from the community is what they're going to need to
Well,
make any
I'm
changes.
I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
I'm thinking, look, there had to be some kind of malfunction, either that or they're setting up for round two. Because look, this is all digital, and with digital, I mean the possibilities are endless. There's no reason why they couldn't do more than like a freaking 8 to 10 minute show of the drone lights. There's got to be an issue. Either that or something happened over there and they had to stop the show. I don't know, but it's very disappointing.
Yeah,
This is the worst fireworks show I've ever seen in Redwood City, and I've lived here pretty much almost all my
51
life.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never. Well, I lived in Hollister, so we had fireworks 365 days a year there in that freaking Hoboken town. But and I love that town. But yeah, this is I got a better like fireworks show on like April 12th last year or the other year in Hollister. You know, it's like this is ridiculous.
How long can drones fly before recharging? Probably a good amount of time. They should be able to fly for at least an hour. Like look today
I
with
would say yeah, at
no with
least.
lithium ion batteries and all that. I mean, you should be able to fly for at least an hour, maybe even more. So I don't think it had to do with batteries or any power. I think it had to do with a malfunction or something.
I think it just we weren't prepared for it. I
No,
don't think that they were prepared.
no, they were prepared, but I mean this is the first time that they've done it. And see, we don't even know if it was the city of Redwood City that ran it or if it's a special company that does these types of things.
Where the fuck did you go? See, now I'm having like alien issues.
Yeah, so I hope that answered your question, B Tonto. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think the battery on any drone is going to die after 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, unless that's some,
Yeah, no, I mean,
unless that's some really, really cheap Chinese knockoff. And
are you serious?
here,
Our
here, here,
phone chargers can give us more than an
here's the
hour.
thing. Even the cheap Chinese knockoffs nowadays can last for like at least a half an hour. So those have gotten better. So this is disappointing. There's some type of malfunction they had or something, and I bet we'll hear about it. We'll hear about it over the next few days.
I have to watch the local news.
My neighborhood sounds
Like fucking Iraq.
like a war zone right now.
Like,
Yeah,
like you're in Beirut or Iraq or Iran or
yeah,
Afghanistan or I can go on and on and on.
yeah.
But
The tough thing about people using fireworks, during this time of the year is it really affects the dog's ears.
oh yeah.
Dogs have very sensitive ears, roughly 20 times greater hearing than
Which
humans.
I don't mind one night. It's the other 364 days. And
E dash, this sounds like Iraq.
it does sound like Iraq, right? I mean, I don't know that firsthand. I don't know what Iraq sounds like. I'm just being facetious over here.
Well, at least we're able to see some of the shows from the East Bay. I'm focused on that. I'm zoomed as far as I can. I'm in digital zoom right now, so this quality's
Yeah.
not that great. Yeah, my poor kittens. No, kittens have very good hearing too, but dogs have even more sensitive hearing than kittens. And I'll tell
You
you,
know what I really feel
yeah,
bad for are the wildlife out here. Because we're talking about our dogs and cats that have super sensitive hearing.
yeah.
Well, all the wildlife does. So, what are all my little Bambies doing out here? You know, they're cowering. They're scared. They're like, God, when did this turn into like fucking Beirut?
Yeah. Come on. Where's round two of the drone light show? Oh, okay, that's cool.
Well, yeah. God, I so wish we would have gotten that one right there.
See, we're even getting on the right side over there, we're getting the Mountain View fireworks. You can
Or
see them on the
Santa
right of the
Clara.
screen here. You can even see it better on the screen than you can even see it with our eyes here.
Yeah, It could be Santa Clara or like
Oh no, that's not Santa Clara. That's Mountain View. There's no way we're going to see Santa Clara from
you
here.
just said Great America.
No, I said Great America is having fireworks, but we can't see them from
Oh,
here. That's
I'm sure that Levi Stadium is having fireworks.
probably, and they might be. I mean, I think they're doing it, and so is Great America, which is in Santa Clara, where the Niners play, the 49ers. But Mountain View is on the right of your screen here.
Yeah.
Lived in Redwood City pretty much most of my life. You know, I've moved a few places
I've
nearby,
lived here
but
like 2 minutes.
Don's been here for
Two
almost
and a
what
half
two and a
years.
half years now. Mountain View is where the Google headquarters is at. Google World Headquarters is right down the street there. You're seeing the fireworks in the area of Google headquarters on the right of your screen. Google
That looks good.
that owns the company that we're streaming live on right now, YouTube,
Yeah.
and YouTube is 22 minutes north the other way. I wonder how they do meetings between Google and YouTube.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, can we use your office today? Oh yeah. Yeah.
See,
Can we
now I
use your
see a
office?
red
Yeah.
light bleeping, but I don't know if that's like part
What's
of that little airport that's over there.
Damien says, "What's your favorite thing about Redwood City?"
Climate.
Climate best by government test. Um, it is the weather. Um, for the most part, all year we have good weather. On average, it's typically anywhere from 68 to 72 degrees. Now, sometimes it can get really cold and sometimes it can get really hot. We do have 100-degree days every so often here, but it's not like being out in the Central Valley or certain areas in the valley in any given state that's 100 plus for like a month straight.
Yeah.
We might get 100 degrees 2 or 3 days in a row, and then it goes down to 95, then it
And
goes
then
down to
it's down to
85. And
80. We pretty much run around 80, 85 during the summer. We could have a couple hot days.
yeah, right now it feels like it's about 60 or
I say
58,
58.
58 to 60, and it is the 4th
Yeah.
of July. You would figure it'd be a little warmer.
Well, yeah.
This is a chilly 4th of July, I'll tell you that.
So when
We got our
the
sweatshirt on and everything, and you got your jacket
yeah,
on.
so when the Giants game started tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time, they're playing in Sacramento, and it was like 78 degrees in Sacramento at like almost 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I would love to be there. I love Sacramento. I think I've told y'all that so many times. I was there for a short period of time in my life, but it had to have been the best experience I ever had.
What has changed the most in Redwood City over the years?
Population.
Well, the population's gone up a little bit, but it's not even that. What's changed the most is downtown is almost like San Francisco now.
I wouldn't go as far as San Francisco. I would definitely say it's like San Jose.
So let me go ahead.
Oh, no, but yeah, because San Francisco's a lot more complex.
Yeah, the rent has gone up, Sarah. Yeah, no.
Rent's gone up everywhere,
Yeah,
Sarah.
no. Rent's on average about $3,000 for a one bedroom. You know,
Studio, even.
I remember when rent was, what was I was paying 1565, and then it just started going up, like year after year after year, and then oh yeah, it's just yeah. So, but yeah, rent's gone up, but downtown is like a mini San Francisco. I don't go ahead because
Yeah.
I can't answer if you're gonna
No,
cut
no,
me
I
off.
know. Go ahead and answer. No, I
Yeah.
just don't think it's as bad as San Francisco. I
Yeah.
I love me my Giants, okay, but
Okay.
driving through San Francisco is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
San Francisco to me is like Manhattan, and so like those two places you don't want to drive. So to say it's like San Francisco now, I'd say it's more like San Jose. If you want to compare it to another big city, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Do I like Redwood City now more or back in the days? The same. I'll explain why. Here's the thing. Don and I are fortunate to be able to share a home with my mother. It's a large home that my father built before he passed away, and we all equally contribute in the household expenses. So and the home was purchased in 1984, so obviously it was much more
Yeah.
affordable to buy than what it's actually worth right now. But here's the thing: living where we live in the beginning of the Redwood City Hills, and it's very peaceful up here. And we have a nice view, and it's like it's like you're away from the city aspect of it.
Yeah.
So it really hasn't. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. We're not trying to show off or anything. We're trying to answer the question. Um,
Yeah,
you
like
know,
we can see, like when it lights up, we could see downtown
it's
Redwood
downtown.
City from our porch here.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm trying to say is it's not so busy like a San Francisco. Our population isn't that large
Yes,
here.
but let me explain. If I can finish explaining it, that's okay.
Yeah.
Um, so even though yes, it's not as big as San Francisco, but um, it's still now the downtown area has many more buildings there. There's less parking, and it's harder to get around.
What they've done down there is they've created it like um I know people from California won't really understand, but we have Santana Row in Santa Clara, California. What they did is they took a piece of property, they put stores, restaurants, everything on the bottom level, and a like really nice apartments upstairs, like the kind
Yeah.
of apartment that you don't rent.
Hey,
You're like,
Wyoming.
hey, Wyoming, the kind that you literally like you buy that apartment and so that's I feel like that's what they're kind of doing here. They've got a lot of nice trendy shops, restaurants, bars, everything at the bottom, and then the big what
Before you go back out.
but the big buildings have just a lot of apartments, which we need. Our population is growing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Um, I don't really like going to downtown that much. We go to the movie theater every now and then. I'll give you an example. Like Don and I like Five Guys, and we're never going to tell anyone on YouTube
Right?
right before we're about to go to Five Guys on a live stream because they'll call and try to get our order canceled like they've done in the past. But anyway, so there's a Five Guys here in downtown Redwood City, and there's one exit down from the trail I'm at in a town called Redwood Shores, which is technically Redwood City, but they call it Redwood Shores. It's one exit down. It's a little bit it's not that much further out of the way, but it's a little bit further than the downtown location. But it's much easier for me to go down one exit and find parking easily than try to find parking in downtown Redwood City and then get the food at the what do you call it, the Five Guys in the downtown location. I like going down one exit. It's a nice big parking lot. There's easy parking there. So that's the aspect that I'm not saying I don't like it, but it just makes things more difficult. Um, downtown Redwood City's become more commercialized. What I do like though is they're building like a historical museum down there,
Yes, yeah.
and I look forward to that. It
And the
looks
new
really nice.
library.
There's a lot of history here in Redwood City, and well, we have the new library already. It used to be
Yeah.
there used to be the old fire station. It's not. There's not a new library. That's the museum, history museum down there. They turned the old fire station like 20 years ago into a big massive library. We used to have a smaller library as the main library here in Redwood City, but then they moved it into the old fire station, and then they built some newer state of the art fire stations.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it doesn't really affect us, like I said, because we're up here in the hills and it's peaceful. We go run our errands, we go out and stuff, and at the end of the day, we come up here and we really don't hear a lot of noise. It's almost kind of like you're out in the country,
But you're not.
but you're right next to the city too. So you're not too far from things, but you're not close enough to where
You hear it.
you hear all the noise and deal with all that city life type
Yeah,
of
the
stuff.
only
You
the
know.
only noise we hear on a regular basis is an ambulance because we have a hospital that lives hospital that is like a quarter mile from our
And you've been there
house.
quite. You've been there a few times.
Yes, that's irrelevant, but I'm just
That is.
saying,
That's not irrelevant. That's
honey,
I know,
it's
baby.
irrelevant to what I'm
I
saying.
know. I'm just. Come on. It's 4th of July.
Yeah, let's just bring up all the times I've been in the hospital.
No, baby. It's not a big deal. I'm just. It's a beautiful night. Go ahead.
I know. I was just making a point that the only sound we really hear are sirens from ambulances
Hmm.
going back to the hospital. Other than that, it's so peaceful and quiet out here.
Absolutely. E says you're close to Half Moon Bay, right? Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
basically, we go right down the street to Edgewood Road. Edgewood Road is an exit off of Highway 280. So we go up Edgewood Road. It's a 45 zone for about 2 miles, and then we get on the 280 north, and it's literally one exit to 92. Highway 92 goes east and west. If you go west, you're going to Half Moon Bay. If you go east, you're going to, San Mateo, Foster City, and then across the bridge to Hayward, which is the San Mateo Bridge is still Highway 92. But yeah, you're talking about Highway 92 going over the hill to Half Moon Bay. I have friends there. I haven't been there in a while, but I have friends there, and I used to, in my younger days, man, I used to hang out there all the time. Half Moon Bay is cool, man. It's
Yeah,
beach
no,
life.
it's beautiful
Yeah.
out there. Um, that is where we took my grandfather's ashes.
Oh, to Half Moon
Was to
Bay?
Half Moon Bay. We got on a little ferry boat, and we went out, and it was really nice. My dad, and his sisters were right there, and they put him into Half Moon Bay basically. But it was a very nice service that. But yeah, it holds special memories for me. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a beautiful place and great restaurants, great beaches, just
Yeah, it's really it's
fun.
actually pretty cool now because um, we used to go to the coast with the friends. We used to go up 92, Highway 92 west to Highway 1
Yeah,
north,
oh,
right? Now,
yeah,
you can actually take Highway 1 or Highway 280 or Highway 101. They all go to San Francisco. But the coastal drive is great. The problem used to be when you're going from Half Moon Bay to Pacifica, you used to have to go through a part of Highway 1 called Devil Slide.
Devil
They
Slide.
used to call it Devil Slide, and it was a very dangerous part where you had to go 25 miles an hour around this curve, and if you went much too fast, you can go over the cliff. And many
Yeah,
people went over the cliff and died.
yeah.
So literally, like 15, 20 years ago, they started building a bypass through the mountains, and that bypass has been open for like over 10 years
Saved
now.
millions of lives,
And
I'm
we've
sure.
actually been through that bypass, and it's actually pretty cool. And now what's interesting, they took the old Devil Slide and made it a hiking trail.
Yeah.
It's a paved like walking hiking trail now, and you can actually see, uh,
Oh
they've
my.
fenced
Ugh.
off the cliff and everything. So
I
I've
would
been on
just
that.
like
Yeah.
just being around there, just knowing how many people have died going over there. I just don't think I could stomach that.
Oh yeah. No, it's crazy. Thank you for streaming. You guys rock. Happy Fourth and good night. Good night, Darian. Right. Thank you so much for being here. 30
Yeah,
people in the box.
thank you.
We're going to be wrapping this up very soon. We're at
Yeah,
48
because
minutes.
it's pretty dead.
I'm very disappointed at the drone light show.
Straight up pissed off at the drone show.
Like that was literally like less than a 10-minute show. Wyoming Adventure says the first time I drove on Interstate 80 through California, I was freaked out. Whoops. By all the lanes of traffic when I got to Sacramento. Ocean Drive sounds beautiful. Yeah, if you're not used to driving in California, especially through the major interstates, like to me, I've driven across I-80. I-80 starts in San Francisco. Um, the Bay Bridge is part of
Yeah,
I-80, and then you
goes
go
up through
you
Sac.
go through Emeryville, and then you go through Fairfield,
Fairfield, Vallejo,
Vacaville,
Vacaville.
Fairfield, yeah, and then
Yeah,
and then you go through Davis.
Davis and West Sac and
Hmm.
then Sac.
Right,
And
West Sac.
that's right after you get through West Sac on that freeway,
Hmm.
and you're coming into where West Sac and Sac meets, and then there's I-5 coming this way, and we've got people from 99 coming over here, and they're having to figure out which way they're going.
Yeah.
That's when it gets crazy
See,
in
I
Sacramento.
used to do a lot of networking events there when I first started the January Networking Association, or GNA, which is our organization, and our channel names and all that. And I drove out there so many times. Yes, I butchered those interchanges the first time, but after you do it for a while, it's second nature. Like
Yeah.
even without a GPS, like I know the roads. But for someone that's just coming in, like Wyoming, she's like, oh shit, this just went from 3 lanes to like 8 lanes,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, oh my goodness, right?
Yeah, and
You know.
I lived in Sacramento for a good 5 years, and so I learned that the way that the roads worked. I knew like if I was coming on like from West Sac, how I had to get over to get back on 5 or stay on for
Yeah.
50, and it's like everything is just coming all together at once there,
Yeah.
just in that one part of those intersections.
Wyoming says Donner Pass was beautiful. Glad my boyfriend lived in California. Yeah, Donner Pass is one of the most beautiful areas on the planet. The thing is,
I can't.
don't drive there during winter, especially during a snowstorm. You'll probably
Otherwise, you'll be like the Donner Party.
you'll probably get in an accident or worse. It's one of the most dangerous roads to drive during the winter. During the summer, oh man,
Beautiful.
it's absolutely fantastic. Make sure you have a decent car that has good power because those hills are pretty steep. But
Yeah.
most new cars nowadays have good power anyway. Um,
Good
and
braking systems.
yeah,
Braking.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Make sure your car is tuned up and you have good brakes and all that. That's just obvious stuff. But I will
Some
remember
people.
that says Wyoming Adventures. But yeah, yeah. And there's also Donner Lake Wyoming Adventures. I don't know if you went there. My dad took my brother and I to Donner Lake a few times, which is near that area. Donner Lake is, that was like 30 to 45 minutes out of Lake Tahoe. And Lake Tahoe, if you haven't been to Lake Tahoe,
Tahoe is
Lake
like
Tahoe
heaven.
is the absolute most gorgeous lake on the planet. It's the cleanest lake on the planet. The regulations there are so strict.
Like they literally have bumper stickers that say Blue Tahoe.
No,
Like
it says Keep Tahoe Blue.
keep Tahoe blue.
Keep Tahoe Blue is what the bumper, yeah.
Yeah.
So the bumper stickers say Keep Tahoe Blue, and the reason how they do that is they have very strict laws on the type of boats that can go in there. So the emissions, are very controlled. It's
Very
just
low.
they're very low. Yeah, it's a very it's just a very beautiful lake.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievably clear and clean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I missed that area. We haven't been up there, and you and I went up there when we started dating.
Yeah.
Yep, it was a wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
we had an experience up there.
I had a
but
seizure.
She had a seizure. As long as Don mentioned it.
Yeah, no, I mean, so yeah, we were having a great time. I had
Yeah.
a seizure, had to end.
We didn't even know that was the first time
Ever.
I ever saw you have a seizure. We were on they have a Tahoe Legacy, Tahoe River Legacy Trail there. It's a new trail they put in. They started putting in almost 10 years ago. And they're still building parts of it all over the Tahoe area. But we went to the part that was built, and we got a quarter of the mile of the way out there, and I saw Dawn wobbling, and I just fell over to try to catch her, and I broke her fall. But I didn't know what was going on. It was the first time, and we realized later down the road that it was a seizure. That was the first time.
Yeah.
I was freaking out. I was just so
And
freaking
and
out.
and remember, babe, like as we were driving, because if anybody doesn't know already that's watching, I had very bad pneumonia in 2014, and so I've been told that I can't be at too high of an elevation without being under doctor's care. And so as we're driving up the hill, the mountain, I'm seeing those elevation
And you panic.
on the side of the road where it says elevation, like
7,000 feet.
yeah, and then I started panicking, thinking about what my doctors were saying, and I got myself worked up to a panic, and then it progressed to a seizure. So
Yeah, you know what I think? And I'm not a doctor. You have your own doctors. You have a lot of them. A lot of them, right? Wyoming says,
got
I'm
like a
sorry that
freaking
happened to
football
you,
team.
Don. I bet you were scared. I was freaking out. We were a quarter of a mile, maybe a little more than a quarter of a mile into the trail. And we had passed by this couple, And right when we passed by the couple, like literally like maybe 200 feet down, she had the seizure, and
And I remember.
I yelled out help, and the people came and they helped us, and they called 911, and I literally carried Dawn off the trail.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I remember us getting there out of the car walking. I remember that couple, and then I remember nothing until I was inside an ambulance telling them I wanted to get out of the ambulance.
Well, they wanted to take you to the hospital, and then
I said, hell no.
you said you didn't want to go. They highly recommended you, and you ended up being fine. But the thing is,
Something's going to happen right there.
what?
Come on. Don't be a dud. Dud. I swear this freaking show is like
Eli
very
is the
disappointing.
wind beneath your wings.
What was that?
E-Dash says Eli is the wind beneath your wings.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Wyoming Adventure says, wow, that's scary. Nice, the couple helped you. Yeah, they actually called 911 because I was trying to tend to Dawn, and Dawn was foaming at the mouth. Like
As a rabid dog,
it's
yeah.
it's not funny, babe. Honestly, I'm still
We
traumatized.
can laugh now.
No, I know, but I'm still traumatized over it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. No, baby. I mean, we all
No,
have.
it's fine. Go on,
I
carry
mean,
on.
I didn't. I thought my lady was dying. Like I didn't know. I didn't. And the thing is, it was a seizure, and she Dawn has panic attacks, and there are people. I've had them. I've had a few in my life.
I had one today when I couldn't get my phone to work.
Yeah. So some people have constant panic attacks, and that is their demise. That basically triggers, in my opinion, a chemical imbalance, and then it can trigger seizures and other stuff. Like once you trigger that panicky mode, it's like you can go downhill fast. Um, and that's what I think happened is like you were just freaking out that you were going on this trail and you were up there because you're told you could. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to watch,
Okay.
seeing if anything's going on out there. In
Well,
the
I mean,
firework
there's
land.
something happening in the East Bay. We've been watching that here as we've been talking. I mean, but this drone light show was really shit. I mean, it was just. I got to find out what happened.
I'm gonna call and complain. I'm gonna Yelp it.
you,
I'm
you,
gonna
you-
Yelp it.
baby, you're not gonna file a you're not gonna be like Tammy and file a complaint on breathing air. Like
No, I'm
Tammy's the
gonna
kind of
do a Yelp review.
yeah. You know the funny thing is, and people that have been around here for a while, they know who this Tammy woman is from Florida. Tammy would file a complaint for breathing air or something like that. It's
Yeah.
just like you can't file a complaint with the city of Redwood City over having a shitty drone light show
Right?
the first
No.
year. So
I'm not
the first year it's
saying
been.
that. I said it's just, you got to make a phone call and be like, hey, you got to get your shit together, guys, because that sucks.
I think they know that. I think they know it was a disappointment. And I don't know if it was just supposed to be 10 minutes.
There weren't any fireworks.
No, it was really weak. It was really, really weak.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, it was really weak. I mean, what we saw was cool that the drones could do that, but it was weak. I don't like her at all. She's crazy, Tammy.
Oh, I'm like, are you talking to me?
Here's the thing, you're right about that, Wyoming, and we try to be professional here, but the bottom line is we got to keep it real too, right?
Oh, yeah.
We've got to keep it real, and she just needs to get the help. Like there's something not right about her. She's just very
Disgusting and vile and
well.
shouldn't be on this earth.
She's just a very unhappy person.
She's a waste of space.
Baby, every listen. I've had my fair share of giving her a piece of my mind. I'm at the point right now where I really wish a lot of these people would just get the help they need.
Yeah.
Right?
That'd make my world like a lot easier.
Well, but that has nothing to do with you. Like you're taking care of yourself. I take care of myself. She needs to take care of herself. God Loves Me's in the house. Great show in the city tonight. It was a crappy, drone light show here in Redwood City that lasted less than 10 minutes. And we've been watching The Firework zoomed in on the iPhone here with 6x digital zoom, which is crappy quality, but at least you can kind of see it and hear us. We're watching the East Bay,
No, there's
Fremont.
one. Like, GLM, how were the fireworks by you?
She said they were great.
Of course, they were great by you and they suck by us.
Let's see. Yes, she said, GLM said, great show in the city tonight. Wyoming Adventures. No, not you, Don. I
What?
won't say that about you. I don't know why Tammy is so obsessed with you. Tammy's obsessed with anyone that gives her attention.
Yeah.
I think the whole point is that this is her outlet. And to be fair, Wyoming, I think you know this. A lot of people use YouTube as an outlet. And there's nothing wrong with doing that as long as you find the right positive outlet. The problem is there are a lot of negative outlets out here. And I hate to say it. And I understand. I know you and Sarah are friends, and that's cool. And we don't have a problem with anyone. The problem I have is with one guy named Jamie. And the thing is the content he created for so many years and what he's done has really affected this group of people. And I really believe that if he just turns things around and starts being more positive, and all those people just start focusing on bettering themselves and being positive, then this wouldn't happen. I think Tammy, without Jamie, Tammy would have nothing. I'll be fair. Like, I'm not a big fan of Jamie. I don't like what he does for content, at least. But Tammy and a lot of other people that stemmed off that Jamie group would have no channels without Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't. They absolutely wouldn't. That's the honest truth. GLM says, God loves me, says, hi, wa.
Iowa?
She's
Hi,
probably
wa?
saying WA for Wyoming Adventure. She just goes, hi, wa.
That's funny.
Because she's too lazy to type out. I'm just kidding, GLM. We're at 61 minutes an hour and 1 minute 32 in the box.
I can't pull up YouTube.
Why, are you going to try to watch our show?
No, there was something else there, but it just didn't let me
I
do
can't
it.
believe those fireworks in the East Bay are still going off.
Yeah, well, it's only 10:20, but yeah, no, this was like a humongous disappointment. I mean, they have real ones going on over there now. Yeah, just womp, womp, womp.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go into the city next year.
No, the city's way too crazy, unfortunately. The craziest thing I ever did was drive through San Francisco with a couple friends on New Year's Eve.
Oh God, oh my God, oh my God.
This was when I was 21 or 22.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
And it was just gridlock. It took me an hour to get out of there. And I said, let's just try to get our way out of here. We found our way out of there. And then we just said, I'm never doing this shit again. Like, it is absolutely, and it's gotten worse. This was literally over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, almost 30 years ago. So, I drove through SF every New Year's, says GLM. Yeah, isn't it insane to drive through San Francisco on New Year's Eve, especially, GLM? It's absolutely insane. When you're young, you want to experience things. You want to try them out. I've done all the city stuff. I did all the San Francisco, all the major city stuff in my early 20s, like late teens, early 20s. And then you're like, I got to get serious now and make something out of myself and, become responsible and find better jobs and make more money and all that, right? So I had a lot of fun in my teens and my early to mid 20s, and what's that?
I have to pee.
Then go ahead and go pee. Yeah, no problem. San Francisco traffic is a bitch if anything is going on. God bless Bart. I don't think I could drive through a big city. We only have 500,000 people living in Wyoming. Yeah, in San Francisco, there's 775,000 people in that city alone. So 1 million people here in San Mateo County, and down south in Santa Clara County, 2 million people. No, we're a big state here in California. California is like a country in itself. It's crazy out here, Wyoming. I hope you enjoyed your stay when you were out here, and maybe down the road you can come back. Like eventually down the road, what Don and I want to do is when we get the organization funded, we want to be able to do special events. We want to be able to fly people out. We want to be able to run retreats and stuff like that. That can really help people. I really think a lot of these people on YouTube that are struggling with their, mental health and stuff like that, like Tammy and stuff. And I'm not trying to pick on her. She's just an example. There's many more. I really think a retreat would be good for them. I really think doing something like that, um, and helping them break the monotony of their everyday misery, could make a big difference. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of things that we want to offer. The hate Ashbury, right? GLM, Wyoming Adventures. That's more people than my whole state. I like the Sierra Mountains. Yeah, you're talking about the Sierra Nevadas. When you're going over the Donner Summit, that's the Sierra Nevadas right there. It's yeah, it is. Words can't even describe how beautiful that Sierra Nevada, Donner slash Tahoe, Reno area is. Even, going further, like you can go to North Shore Lake Tahoe from I-80. You get off at Highway 267, and then you get to the North Shore side. Um, if you want to go to South Shore, you take Highway 89, and that'll take you to South Shore. Or if you're actually coming from where Don and I are at, you instead of going up 80, you go up Highway 50 to Lake Tahoe. You take 89 from I-80 if you're already in that area, and then that'll connect you to 50 over there. 80 Highway 89 goes around the lake on the California side, and on the Nevada side, it's Highway 28. So half of Lake Tahoe is in Nevada, and half of it is in California. It's a really cool area. It's a really cool area, and I was fortunate to. We still have our friend Jeff. He went to high school with my brother. Graduated high school in '93. I was class of '92. But my friends were my brother's friends, and they still are, and vice versa. And our friend Jeff, his parents, until they sold it over the last 5 years, they had a nice big house on the California Nevada border in North Shore Lake Tahoe, right right in Crystal Bay, where the casinos are at there. Very beautiful, very peaceful. They used to always they would put us up free of charge. Like I mean, it's so nice to have friends now. They would always like, and Jeff's father, very wealthy but very very good man, and he happened to be, and he was conservative. And
Yes.
give me just 1 second here. Sorry. Anyway, so there, he's a conservative guy, and when we got along, like I don't have a problem with conservative people. I have a problem with assholes and bitches. That's what I have a problem with. It's not about that. Yeah, do we disagree on some political views? Sure, but people are people, right? And so, but they were very nice, and they would always take us to, like, Jeff's mom was fantastic. They would always cook us dinner or take us to dinner. And I said, you know what, Jeff, your parents do so much for us. Yes, they have money and this and that, but you know what? You know, why don't we just do a barbecue for them? I'll spend $300 out of my own money, and I'll buy all the stuff for all of us, and let's just buy the food and we'll cook dinner for them, right? And they still wanted to take us out to dinner. But I said, no, look, you guys have done so much for us. You let us come here and stay in your home free of charge. This is the least that we can do. That's the kind of guy I've always been. And so, I've had a lot of great experiences in that area. I've explored all over. Are you okay, babe?
Yeah.
I've explored all over Northern California, even Southern California too, all over California. Like, it's a beautiful state. It's a beautiful state. There's no other place I would rather be. I wish it was cheaper, but this is home, and when it's home, right, babe?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't leave California for anything, even though it's very, very expensive to
Angels
live here.
Asylum. Eli, did you think if everyone was just kind and loving to Tammy, it would change
No,
her anger?
no.
She
Lost
keeps
cause.
she keeps inside. I'm just curious, how would someone help her? Because I have often wondered. Hold on, this is hard to come on.
She's beyond help.
I have often wondered what would work. Well, Angel, I think a bunch of us have been wondering that. And look, like, the truth be told, despite what's happened, then there are a lot of things that woman's done to me, has done to other people. And like Dana,
Mm-hmm.
Adventure AZ channel, that's no longer around. I think got terminated. I hear she's
She
on
had
TikTok
Dana
now.
arrested too.
Yeah, and she triggered Dana to the point of where Dana got arrested. Now, you can never let somebody trigger you to the point of where it gets you arrested. That's just
Not over YouTube shit. Come on.
not, not over anything. If someone's going to trigger you to the point of where the cops will arrest you over it, that's
Mm-hmm.
your own anger issue. So,
Yeah.
look, to be fair, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of Tammy, Dana lost her shit. If
Mm-hmm.
she's going to allow Tammy to push her to that level to get arrested, then there's no one to blame for that besides Dana.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't like, what Tammy did on Kiwi Farms, which is all still publicly out there. Um, right, Don? I agree with you, says Wyoming Adventure. E-Dash, you're lucky if your family had property before the boom. Yeah, no, that's the truth of the matter,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because
Same with
what
my
we
side
what we
too.
pay here is the same as what we'd be paying in rent for a one-bedroom apartment. So, you know, and there's plenty of space here. It's just Dawn, my mother, and I. It's a five-bedroom house. It's a three-story house. So it just makes a lot of sense. And so, um, you know, um, yeah, yeah, no, we're very, very grateful for that.
Yeah, and you're right, E dash. It's nice because we already into like into the way we're living here in the home, and so we don't have to pay as much as newcomers. You're right, but but yeah, that is. I mean, still, if Eli and I wanted to go buy a home, it would we would have to come up with a lot, like $1.5 million
Yeah,
at the very
and
least.
then you need 20% down,
Yeah.
which is going to be like 300 grand.
Yeah.
Where are we going to pull that out of our ass? But anyway, so um, Wyoming says, yes, those mountains are beautiful. I lived close to Eagle Lake in Cal. Where is Eagle Lake? I haven't heard. I thought there was Eagle Lake, Texas.
I know I have Eagle Ridge, but
But where is Eagle Lake in California? I still have friends that live in that area. Is it near the mountains? Is it further north, like in Mount Shasta area, or I'm just kind of wondering. I'll have to look that up.
huh.
Where you walk looks like a beautiful area. Yeah, it's clear across town where the fireworks are at, but a little bit north of where the fireworks were at earlier. The it was disappointing, very
Oh yeah,
disappointing.
very disappointing.
Yeah, you folks can go back and check out the replay. It literally lasted under 10 minutes, but
It was really kind of GHEY.
oh god, you're speaking like GLM.
I am because I love me some GLM.
Okay, um, I forgot we were talking about something, and Eagle Lake is 30 miles north of Reno. Oh, okay, okay. So it's 30 miles north of Reno, but it's on the California side, close to the Reno border. Okay. Yeah, I knew a guy on YouTube that lived near that area. Um, and yeah, he was in Northern California. His name was Big John. He used to run a channel called MGTOW's Freedom back in the days where there was this big boom on YouTube regarding a lot of men just being frustrated that the downside risk of dating or marrying women in the modern world is too hot to even consider it. I actually love women, so I mean, you got to find the right one and make sure that you know that she's not with you for
The wrong
just
reasons.
monetary reasons, right? Right,
Sugar
babe?
daddy.
Yeah, but yeah, that whole area right there is a pretty nice area.
There's something going on
Oh,
over
there's more going on over there. We still have some fireworks going on. Dawn,
there. Yes.
check out my latest slot pig
Oh,
video.
I was just gonna look
Sloth
at
pig
that.
video. It's excellent.
I was just gonna look at that, but we're live, so I was like, I'll have to
And
look when we're
I think
done.
they were asking, what can be done? What can be done? What can is there anything that can be done? That's what
For
Angels Asylum is saying.
for Tammy.
Canny. And what I want to say is this: is that she needs to want to make a difference.
Yes. She
Go
needs.
ahead, because I can't. You when you want to answer at the same time, I can't talk. So you go ahead and talk first.
No, she needs to want to help herself.
Right.
There's nothing anybody can do, Angels. Like, seriously, she needs to want the help, and she doesn't.
No.
She pushes everybody away. She can't take any constructive criticism. She can't take any
She
criticism
can't
at
take any
all.
criticism. Period.
You know, it's just with people like that, it is almost a lost cause, and it's sad. It really is sad. But
And all she wants to do is either sue people or report them to some kind of government agency
yeah,
for violating some regulation or something,
yeah,
right?
and it's
It's
like
like, what the hell,
regulations she's
man?
pulling out of her own ass, and it's just, you know, I really wish the woman can find some peace. I really do.
I really wish too as well.
You know, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to live inside her head. I can't imagine what it's like to be a person or an animal that lives inside her house. I can't understand what it's like to be her neighbor. I wouldn't want to be any of those things because she scares me. She's she's a frightening person.
The other day I screwed up. I made a posting and I said that that guy Jamie lives rent free inside my head.
Uh-huh.
I said it backwards.
Oh, he lives rent free in your house?
He lives rent free in my head,
Yeah.
and it was supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Like I live rent free in his head,
Yes.
and everybody called me out. And I just realized today, even GLM called me out on that. You were right. I did. And I deleted that
You
posting anyway.
butchered it, huh?
But I butchered it because I've been so tired lately. There's been so much going on, appointments for Dawn and and
I have like 2 appointments this week, so.
yeah, but there's other stuff going on. I've got other things that people don't even know about yet that they'll know about soon. Trust me,
Yeah.
there's more stuff coming, and it saddens me that I have to go this route, but it is what it is. Go ahead.
I'm just reading GLM. I'm just reading some of her comments there. She's funny. I love her.
Your video is buffering there.
Yeah, it has been the whole time. But as long as I can see the chat, I'm happy because I can't see it right there.
Yeah, we still got a few fireworks popping in, but we're gonna wrap this up in a few. We're at 79 minutes an hour and 19 minutes, and we've been running solely off of the internal battery. I didn't connect the. This thing is probably gonna end up dying soon anyway. It's, you know.
Yeah, it's getting close to time to unless it starts going
But
again.
yeah,
But it looks like it's like settling down even everywhere else. We get randoms here and there.
GLM says no worries. Yeah, you said that very wrong, Eli. LOL, you're right about that, GLM. I butcher things and I make mistakes,
Yeah.
right? I'm human.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect like Tammy, you know.
Oh, and yeah, sorry, JLM, I wasn't there in the chat today.
Uh-huh.
I kind of like broke my phone somehow. I locked it, and I couldn't get into my phone at all.
It needed to be restarted.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything with it. So I put my phone in my purse and like, because I couldn't even turn the volume down. So I put it in my purse and closed it up so I couldn't hear anything. Because I was getting frustrated, I couldn't chat.
E
And
dash
so,
is still booming in my hood. Yeah.
what? I'm jelly.
Let me see here. A couple more questions, then we're gonna go off the air. GLM says no worries. Wyoming's Adventure says that's wrong of her, GLM, for making fun of your childhood injury. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Still booming in my hood. Says E Dash just read that. GLM says I believe Tammy is racist, and she keeps calling me her
Her token?
her cum dump.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that is just terrible.
I haven't heard that word literally since high school.
You know, the funniest thing I ever heard was "eat my ass."
Eat my ass.
She said, "Eat my ass." That was, I heard that GLM video she did, and I was like, "Oh my God,
Yeah, that's
this woman has literally lost it." I mean, she comes at me every day, and I've never met a more vile person than that. I've never come across a more vile person. Let's see here. Um,
I have a lot of choice words for her.
Angels Asylum says, "Do you think she even realizes how angry and hateful she is? I wonder if she re-listens to her streams, and if she does she think she's really doing anything except looking like a complete buffoon?" That's a good question. Um, I'm sure there are sometimes she realizes it, and sometimes she doesn't. But she says it herself. She doesn't care.
She
The
doesn't
the the, the
care.
thing is this, like there's not much I respect about her. If I were to respect anything about her, is the fact that she doesn't give a shit about what anyone thinks about her, and I actually believe that because she would not be able to keep doing this if she allowed people to get to her. Like her mental health would be like she'd have a heart attack, right? So
Wishful thinking.
so yeah so um,
Something went off over there.
Yeah, I think she does realize it for the most part, in my opinion. I just don't think she cares. I just think this is what she enjoys doing.
I think
Um,
she's accepted who she is, what
yeah,
she is, and she doesn't feel the need to get better.
this is her entertainment for a lot of people. That what's the best way to put it? For a lot of people that remove them, I'm not saying she completely removed herself from society, but a lot of people that are like social outcasts and stuff like that. Um, this is what makes them feel like, you know, um, this is what makes them feel like they're worthy, doing this and being around, other people that enjoy this. So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how things pan out the rest of this year. I'm looking forward to just taking care of a lot of the legal stuff that I'm involved with. Um, a lot of this stuff is stuff that I brought out because I need to protect, you know, you know, our organization's name, the GNA. Need to protect the trademark. Need to protect the intellectual property, the copyright, and all that. And once all those things are done, move on to bigger and better things. And hopefully these people just go away and leave us alone. It's like, I'm so tired of talking about them, but, it's like they keep giving us shit to talk about. And it's something new to talk about every day. These people do the same thing every day, but they do something different that's similar, meaning that, you know, one day they might call the police on you. The next day they might report you to the attorney general,
Yeah.
right? So there's always something new to talk about on our end, but to them, it's just the same old stupid, dumb shit going in real life on people. That's all it
Yeah.
boils down to. You know what I mean? She bragged about it. She was proud. I physically harmed myself due to Tammy's bullying. No, you didn't, GLM.
Stop it.
You're gonna pull a DBD, disabled but deadly. Now disabled but deadly's gonna comment and say, dude, don't talk about me on your stream. Like,
I was gonna say somebody else, but I'm not gonna say somebody else.
yeah, it's okay. Maybe she was watching.
B sucks sexy tractor porn.
Oh yeah, she's had the hots for that dude for a few years.
What dude?
Yeah, I don't know what dude they're talking about.
I'm getting cold, honey.
As long as we breathe, there is still hope. Tammy said she wants me to be crushed by a tractor. Well, that's not good.
Did you tell her we don't have tractors in San Francisco?
Yeah. Anyway, all right, we're gonna wrap this up, folks.
It's freezing.
Thank you for being here. Sorry, it was a disappointment, at least with the drone light show. We showed
Still
you
had a
some
great
other
time.
fireworks here. At some point down the road, we want to. I'm just wondering, at some point down the road, I wonder if I can just find a way to get my better camera out here and have more clear pictures and be able to zoom out further with optical zoom. I'll figure out some better ways to do this in the future, but you know what? It was still fun to be here with you folks,
Oh, yeah.
and we love all of you. Thank you so much for your continued support. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications. Go in the description if you haven't subscribed to the other channel, the main channel, GNA Genuine Personal Development. That's where Don and I do the Don and Eli Take on the World podcast every week. Speaking of which, another episode will be recorded this Sunday.
Yeah, and we would like to get feedback from you guys on what you want to hear. Oh, there was something.
That's going to be happening all night.
But as I was saying, if there's something you guys want us to cover in the podcast, let us know. We'd always welcome new ideas.
Yep. Here we are.
Yep, here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are. I can't really see us. It's dark, but here we
You
are.
can kind of see there. It's all good. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for being here. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day. Yeah, we're entering the 250th year of our country here. And yeah, that's going to be the big thing talked about between now and
Next July 4th.
next July 4th, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 1776, right?
Yeah. That's what they told me in the history books.
1776, 2026, July 4th, 2026. Next year is going to be a big one. We're going to have a big special show for that, huh? Have a good evening, Eli and Don. You too, E-Dash. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys, for being here.
I think I need to subscribe to your other channel. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Yeah, Wyoming, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And you know what? I got to say that honestly, things have been actually pretty decent the last few days. There haven't been any restreams or anything. I'm starting to see things head in the right direction, and I really hope we can keep it that way. I wanted to acknowledge that and let you folks know.
I'm watching some fireworks.
Where are they?
They're just over in the corner over there.
Oh, we can't even see them.
Yeah.
If we were on the top deck, we could see everything. But
Yeah.
down here, we got
Right
this
here,
big
right
tree
here.
blocking. Where?
Right in between that tree, right? See the big redwood right over there?
Yeah.
Redwood Shore area. Okay,
Anyway,
I have to go.
all right, folks. Love you all. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other. See you all tomorrow.